2 months since the pandemic struck the country, journalists have been in the front line in disseminating crucial information to the public that might help curb the spread of the virus. Journalists, too, like other members of the population, are facing serious threats in their day-to-day operations.
At the end of the day, it stays in your mind that I need to be careful. And what that does is that you're not able to concentrate on your job very well. And you also get worried about your colleagues. Are they being as careful as you are? Because in a newsroom, you are a family.
Labda unataka kuchukua taarifa, unapata unazingirwa na watu wengi ambao wanakuja kuzingira, wengine wanakosa kuweka ile sheria ambazo zimepewana na serikali ambazo ni za kutaka kuwe na umbali wa mita moja kila mmoja.
The restrictions of movement notably affecting the work operation and even contact with sources limited to technology that can easily be manipulated.
They have always been caught in confrontations with security officials. Some journalists have been beaten, others lost their equipment, others denied access at this time when it's very critical that they get the right information to report.
Media also noting difficulties in accessing important information from the governments, camouflaging on regulations to fight the pandemic.
A number of government officials are not always forthcoming with information, especially now there are issues with spending on kitties that are monies that have been set aside for fighting the pandemic.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, in his address, called on governments to facilitate journalists to execute their operations for the good of the masses, even as the current movement restrictions are enforced to ease the effects of COVID-19 among the masses.
Journalists and media workers are crucial to helping us make informed decisions. As the world fights the COVID-19 pandemic, those decisions can make the difference between life and death. On World Press Freedom Day, we call on governments and others to guarantee that journalists can do their jobs throughout the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond.
While noting that many journalists are being subjected to increased restrictions and punishments since the advent of COVID-19, Guterres warned that media was an essential antidote for misinformation and conspiracies surrounding the virus.
We particularly recognize those who are playing a life-saving role reporting on public health. And we call on governments to protect media workers and to strengthen and maintain press freedom, which is essential for a future of peace, justice and human rights for all.
This as editors from East Africa region questioned the press independence during the COVID-19 period as revenues ran out. Kamchemenza for Channel 1 News.